Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So, I've been wondering if I want to do like a readathon in September or some kind of challenge to make me read more, even though I feel like I've been reading quite a bit. And then this video was on BookTube. It's called the Fall Into Reading Challenge. So this challenge, is being put on by Cozy Reader Kelly, Literally Labors, Rainy Day Reads, and Tia and All the Books. They made 2 bingo boards or prompt boards. One has 24 books, or 24 prompts, and one has 15. But you know your girl is going for 24. So basically, there are 24 prompts. You have 3 months, September, October, and November, to read all 24 prompts. And some of these are like very much outside my comfort zone, like fantasy, historical fiction, nonfiction. I only have 2 nonfiction books and like 4 historical fantasy or historical fictions because I don't read those very much. Published in 2020, published before 2020, a classic, a sequel, and you know I don't read sequels, so that one's going to be tough for me. Author of color, yellow, orange, or gold on the cover, leaves on the cover, young adult. So there are a ton of challenges. Some of them I think are going to be really hard for me, and some I think are going to be really easy. But I grabbed a few extra books off my shelf, and using the books that we already have for September and the ones that I just grabbed, we're going to make another September TBR video, but this is going to have this for this challenge. Okay? So I'm like so excited for this. Alright, so I thought it'd be easiest if I started with the 4 that were already on my TBR that I could put on here into the Fall Into Reading Challenge. So the first one is a sequel because I knew this one would be tough for me. Just because it's a sequel, it doesn't mean that I've read the first one, right? Yeah, right. Because this is the Goosebumps series. This is like number 8 in the series, I believe. Night of the Living Dummy by R.L. Stine. I got this because my husband used to love this book when he was a kid. If I really like it, then I might want to start at book 1 and read all of the Goosebumps series. Give this video a big thumbs up if you'd like to see that, because I think that'd be fun. Then we have an author of color. For that one, I picked Bird by Angela Johnson. This was already on my September TBR, so it worked out perfectly. Then I'm the type of person that loves hard-hitting contemporaries more than just like your standard contemporary. So for my contemporary, it's a hard-hitting one. It's cut by Patricia McCormick. I'll tell you when we get to the ones that weren't already on my TBR. So this one I'm going to use as a loved author of mine. So Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. I've never read anything by Rachel Kahn, but David Levithan is becoming one of my favorite authors. David Levithan and Riley Sager, although they have two completely different writing styles. And so, if you ask me who my favorite authors are, top 4 that come to mind, oh my god, they're all male authors. Top 4 that come to mind: David Levithan, so a loved author; Dean Koontz, William Shakespeare, and Riley Sager. Maybe not in that order. It would be hard for me to order them. Alright, now these 4 I haven't read. They were not on my official September TBR, but because I found this reading challenge, now they're going to be on there. So the first one is Poppy and the Lost Lagoon. This is a graphic novel, which is one of the prompts on here. I think it's a middle grade graphic novel about Poppy, this girl who really wants to go on adventures. And she goes on this adventure and she finds Pappy, her grandpa, who went missing a few months ago, and it's like her rescue mission. So I feel like that one's gonna be really fun, really good. Okay, and then this one is The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. This fits the prompt of orange, yellow, or gold on the cover because there's yellow, there's orange, it's kind of reddy orange, but there's orange and there's orange. So I'm counting this. Honestly, I just really want to read a book in the perspective of a dog, even though it's going to break my heart, because name one book from the perspective of a dog that doesn't end badly. And yeah, if you have any recommendations about books from perspectives of dogs, please leave them in the comments below. I want more. I want to read from the perspective of puppies. They are amazing. And I love going on a journey with them. I fall in love with them every single time. Alright. And then we have a thriller, which is That Night by Chevy Stevens. So I just read my first Chevy Stevens this month. It was Those Girls. This one is about this girl named Tony and her boyfriend Ryan, who go to prison because they are arrested for killing Tony's baby or little sister. And this is kind of the story of what really happened if she really did kill her. I have to know. How could you do that? Oh my god, that book's gonna haunt me. And then this last one is, the prompt is a book with leaves on the cover, which technically this one could have worked because there's a leaf and another leaf. So there's 2 leaves. But I really wanted to work both of these into my TBR, so I'm glad that I could. But that is Not Her Daughter by Ray Frey, and then there's like leaves all in here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's tons of leaves. So this is about this woman who is named Sarah, who basically kidnaps Emma, but she doesn't see it as kidnapping. She sees it as rescuing Emma, who is a 5-year-old, I believe. Yeah, she's a 5-year-old who gets very mistreated by her mom, and her dad ignores her. So Sarah has a plan to kidnap her and raise her as her own daughter and treat her better than she gets treated at home. So that sounds really good. So with that being said, this is my new TBR for September. Oh, whoops. So, with the Fall into Reading Challenge, which I absolutely love, maybe I'll have to do something like that where I create it next year. Unless they do another one, then I could just, oh, I love this idea. But this is my new TBR for the month of September. The only one that really, really frightens me is this one. It's a horror novel, and it's like 770 pages, and oh, that's big. But I think I can do this. I'm really excited for the Fall into Reading Challenge. If you want to participate, put your TBR down below. Even if you don't do it like I do, where I do eight books a month, or whichever board you end up using, just tell me some of the books you're going to be reading for which prompts. I think that'll be really cool. I love talking books and TBRs and everything. So I'm super duper excited. Honestly, the one that I'm most excited for should not be a surprise at all. It comes from the perspective of the puppy. So, any animal book recommendations at all, please leave them in the comments below. There are some like Charlotte's Web. I've never read that. Really want to read that. Black Beauty. Really want to read that. So if you have any from perspective of a dog, definitely a dog, but any animal really, I would love those recommendations. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and seeing what I'm up to with the Fall into Reading Challenge. I hope you join me. It'll be a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.